Hey guys, it's me, Charlie YDM. Welcome back to another video. Man, it's good to be back. Honestly, I love making these reaction videos, and I know you guys do as well. So, yeah. Now, today I'm going to be reacting to something a little bit different, but it's something I have done in the past a couple of times. And yeah, it's PSA reactions. So for today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Shiz Network's Top 10 Scariest PSAs by Larry the Lone Wolf, also known as Shiz Network. So yeah, I haven't watched this person's videos in ages. It's been a while since I spoke to this person as well, because I know this person does a lot of like gaming live streams, and sometimes he makes list videos, but not as often as he used to, and a few other videos. And honestly, they're all quite good actually. And yeah, it's been a while since I have seen his videos, so yeah, I'm looking forward to reacting to this, and I'm kind of interested to know what PSAs could be in here as well, since I've had some horrific experiences with PSA. Some of them really scared the shit out of me. There are some that, you know, don't scare me that much. So yeah, and now the original link is in the description. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Larry the Lone Wolf. That link's in the description as well. Honestly, he makes really good videos, from what I remember. So yeah, now with any further ado, let's get started.
In a world filled with PSAs,
oh god,
you are bound to see one of the most over-the-top, scariest, and disturbing things you'll ever see.
I just saw the snake
This is
advert.
Larry from the Shiz Network
PSA,
here,
what we
and
call
we are
it.
here to talk about the top 10 scariest PSAs of all
Oh
time.
god.
Let's go.
I really hope that woman one's not gonna be in there. They're on the boiling
Number
water.
10, the child abuse show. The child
I know
abuse
this
show
one.
is more like a PIF from the UK, but still makes the list because of its ending.
You can still call it a PSA,
Throughout the
even though it's
whole
from the
PSA,
UK.
we see a father who is very abusive, beating around his cartoonish son in slapstick style.
Oh my god.
So throughout the PSA, it's almost like they're talking about a sensitive topic like child abuse and making it into a humorous topic.
That's the way you make it less
They try
scary.
to make humor out of it. Up until the ending, the father literally beats his cartoonish child senseless.
Like,
As
just
we go
imagine it as a
down the
real
stairs,
child.
We see a real child at the end of the stairs.
Oh my
fall
god.
literally all the way down. Almost like he actually really did fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
It still makes the list because of its ending, because it is horrifying to see that child.
It's very well put together. It's a very well explained PSA.
Number
Like, it's
9.
very good, but honestly,
Monsters.
I can see why some people are scared of it.
Don't you know how children always talk about monsters being in their closet or under their beds? Most of
Yeah,
us have
I've been through that.
This PSA revolves around a child hallucinating about the type of monsters that could be anywhere. But then when the real monster shows up, he hides under his bed,
Oh.
which appears to be his parents, specifically his father, who's the abuser.
Oh my god.
And the child is hiding under his bed.
That's fucked up.
The PSA basically covers a sensitive topic on child sexual abuse. And it does a good job at doing that, as it's not ridiculously over the top.
It's another very well put together
But it's
PSA as well.
But it's still pretty disturbing to actually see all these things happening at once, and seeing how the father literally almost resembles
God.
Norman Bates. And that's why it makes it on this list, just not as scary.
The music makes this really creepy as well.
Number 8.
This list video.
The TV Man Will Rape You. The TV Man Will Rape You PSA is about a woman literally sleeping in bed as she is hearing plenty of voices about a man trying to rape her.
Oh god.
She's basically dealing with the trauma that she had when she was raped.
Oh
Even
my
worse, she never
god.
actually had to talk with anybody about how she was feeling. It makes the list because of the dark atmosphere, the hallucinating style voices, and just the overall dark atmosphere really sends chills down your spine.
I've not seen that PSA before, but I don't know if I want to
It's a
see it, to be
perfect
honest.
example of a PSA that doesn't need to be over the top in order for it to be disturbing.
Definitely looks disturbing from what I can see in this video.
Number
Oh.
7. Domestic
Oh my-
Violence Hotline, Mercy Street. This PSA
I know this
revolves
PSA, I've
around
seen
a
it
woman
before.
Trying to cover her face in makeup, trying to hide all the scars that she had from presumably her husband abusing her. As the PSA gradually comes to its end, her marks reappear as we see a huge bruise on her neck. And what's even worse is that we also see that the poor lady is actually having blood drip out of her nose.
That's the bit I can't really look at, when there's blood dripping out her nose.
That definitely actually makes it disturbing.
So disturbing, indeed.
And as the PSA finally comes to an end, she quickly looks over, almost as if her husband was going to hit her again. And then we cut to a black screen.
That's disturbing. I remember I watched it before and I didn't really get it very well, but now I know what it's about.
Watch this lady literally breathing and looking at her scars throughout the whole PSA.
That's horrifying.
And it definitely sends chills. And just seeing blood coming out of her nose can definitely really make most people feel very sensitive about it.
It does make me uncomfortable watching that.
Themselves.
Honestly, I would never want to see that again, especially if it's original audio and shit. Honestly.
Kathy can't sleep.
I know what this
is.
is.
PSA revolves around drunk driving.
It's one of those most recent reactions I did a few days ago, a few years ago,
about his drunk
a few months ago.
Throughout the entire PSA, all we're looking at is the face of a weeping girl named Kathy.
Yeah.
She's basically witnessing the whole argument as the mother is explaining how she can't sleep. It's presumed that maybe Kathy actually saw what happened with her father drinking and driving.
Yeah, that's what it's revolved around.
According to this PSA, he actually killed a kid while he was driving.
Yeah.
Presumably, Kathy saw the whole thing, that she became so traumatized that she couldn't sleep because she would probably have nightmares about it.
Honestly, that's fucked
Overall,
up.
The argument happening in the background, the lack of music, and the fact that we had to watch Kathy weeping throughout the whole PSA sends this thing very chilling.
Yeah.
It can provoke a reaction of either just plain chilling, uncomfortable, distressed, or unsettling.
Imagine you were at that age and you were in that position. Honestly,
PSAs I've ever seen.
Just give me chills thinking about it.
Number 5.
Alright, so on to top 5 now.
Doggy.
Oh, I know what this is.
This is an RSPCA PSA from 1987.
Again, you could call that PIF, but it is a
we see
PSA.
the camera slowly zooming in on a dog with what appears to be sad music playing in the background.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole PSA, you're probably thinking, oh, well, this isn't so bad. It's just showing a cute dog, and I want him.
Yeah.
But then we see this.
Yeah, and that's when I actually
a man
went like this at one
literally
point.
shows up and points the gun directly at the dog at his head, as the dog literally backs away in fear. The reason why this is so scary is because the gun literally comes out of nowhere when you least expect it.
Yeah.
When I first watched it, I was actually shocked, and I jumped.
Yeah, I can imagine loads of people like
because
that
I
when
was
they
not
first see this
expecting a
PSA.
gun to
Honestly, it's
be
terrifying.
in this PSA.
And I know Sweet Disasters reacted to
let
this
alone the fact
PSA
that
loads of
it's point blank
times.
towards the dog.
I've seen it only twice before.
So that's what makes it really disturbing. To make it even more scary, stuff like this actually does happen in real life.
Yeah.
There really are people who actually do shoot their dogs dead, believe it or not. And that's why this PSA is one of the top 5 scariest PSAs that I've ever seen. Number 4.
This is a terrifying video, honestly.
The Snake Man.
Oh, the Snake
This is one of the
Man.
most popular public service announcements of all time.
Yeah, it's very popular,
it's
this
about a
one.
drug dealer talking to the audience about doing drugs, lie, cheating, and stealing towards your own peers. As the PSA comes to his end, the drug dealer gradually transforms into this scary-looking snake guy. As the PSA ends,
Oh, I can't.
he hisses as he says yes.
That's horrifying. Look at
This
it.
was actually a PSA that my cousin seen as a kid, and coming from his personal experience, he was definitely frightened by this PSA.
I can. Oh my
Because let's
god.
think
Look
about
at
it,
him.
What scared you back in the 80s? Snakes?
No, snakes didn't scare me, but
Kid.
this PSA, just the way
So
it's
this
put together,
PSA
it just
tends
like.
to use that
Honestly.
phenomenon that scared kids back in the 80s to explain that taking drugs will turn them into freaky looking snakes. It's
It
definitely a
kinda
creepy,
does.
cryptic message, but nonetheless, it still makes this list, mainly because it's laughable and for its time was disturbing.
Yes!
Number
So it goes like that. Yes!
Smokey the Bear.
Oh god, no, not Smokey the Bear. Oh.
This PSA from 1970
Using the scariest one as well.
features actress Joanna Cassidy talking about wildfire. The camera is slowly zooming in on her face.
I
And
can't.
that's not the scary part. It's actually the tamer part. The scary part
Oh
comes
my
in
god.
when she literally takes her hands and goes all the way back to her head.
So I'm not really saying much, so I'm trying to listen to what he's saying. Oh my fucking...
If you knew it was me,
Look at him!
would you have listened?
Look at that!
Smokey the Bear comes out of nowhere,
Look at that!
indicating that he was disguised as the lady, as he says the lines, if
The
you
way
knew
he
it was
rips the
me, you would have
mask.
listened.
Yeah,
Another reason
I
why it's
can't.
scary is because not only does it happen out of nowhere, but it's because Smokey the Bear looks so disturbing. If you look at the way Smokey the Bear looks, he looks like some kind of child killer or some child pedophile.
yeah, that's how I look
And
at
in
Smokey the
fact, it's
Bear.
actually one of the earlier examples of how early family-friendly characters looked so cheap and scary beyond all belief that you couldn't help but just get nightmares from it.
Ugh, go back to the 80s or 70s, that's how television
This
was like back
PSA
in the
is right
day.
up there with the Snake Man as one of the most popular PSAs of all time.
Yeah,
And it's fair
despite
to
it being
see
so
why.
popular, I do find it a bit disturbing.
Old, cheesy, and just plain creepy.
Alright, what we got? What's in number 2? What's in number 2?
Number 2,
Okay.
anti-heroin.
No, 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 I cannot, no,
Throughout the whole
No.
PSA,
no,
what we're looking
I
at
cannot
is
look
a
at this
video
PSA.
of a toy
No.
monkey
No.
clanking
No,
as
I
a
can't.
child in the background is talking about
The way
drugs.
the monkey makes that face, I
And
cannot,
monkey
I
on their
cannot look at it.
As the
No,
PSA comes to
no,
its end,
no, get out of here,
something
get it the
very
fuck
frightening
out of here.
happens.
No. Oh my god, no, no, no.
Out of nowhere, a
I
creepy
can't.
looking monkey comes
I
out
can't,
of nowhere
I
and
can't.
scares the audience.
I cannot look at this
The reason
PSA.
why
I don't
this
care
is
how many
scary
times
is
you guys
because
ask me to
not only
look
does
at it, I
it comes out
cannot.
of nowhere when you least expect it.
Oh, get out of here, get it the frick out of here.
Early 70s and so old
Get
adds to the
it out of
creepiness.
here. Get
Doesn't help
it
the fact
out
that the
of here
monkey
now.
looks what appears to
I
be
cannot look at the
sharp
monkey's
teeth,
face.
and
I
black
can't look at
eyes.
his teeth. I can't look at his
and
eyes.
so
I can't
that's
look
what
at
makes this
anything.
very scary.
Everything about this PSA freaks
There's
me
really
the fuck
nothing else
out.
to
I
add to this.
cannot look at
But
it.
it's personally one of the scariest.
And that's why it's
videos
number
I've ever
2.
seen, not just on PSAs, but on YouTube in general.
I cannot. No, please get
And
this
now
the fuck out of
finally, for
here.
number 1,
Is it gone? It's gone.
Faces. I like
Don't do this
consider
to me.
To be the Oz film.
Oz film.
PSAs. It revolves around
I remember that logo.
a beautiful-looking girl losing her looks from the drugs.
I've seen this
As
PSA
the
so many
PSA
times, that's why it
goes-
doesn't scare me as much
keeps
as the
coming to
monkey in the
its
back's
end.
one.
We hear
But-
a narrator in the background talking about drugs, as we're hearing this very, very creepy version of Happy Birthday. How
Oh
old are
my
you
God.
specifically?
Yeah.
And that's why it's scary. Especially at the very end where we see that the girl's face is hair. Her hair is a complete mess. Her face is
Yeah.
completely wrinkled.
In fact, a lot of hair was like that back in the 80s though.
almost
mean,
like
so-
Medusa.
But the
And
eyes
her
though,
face
that
gets
makes it
covered.
creepy. And then yeah, face covering.
The
There is an
o-
alternative
the
version of that
overall creepy
PSA. That's in
atmosphere
higher
of this video
quality.
shows the main
And doesn't have that thing at the end.
why it's the scariest PSA I've ever seen. The narrator talking about drugs, the overall subject matter of drugs, the fact that she's staring at the audience the whole time, her face deteriorating gradually, the creepy music in the background
Yeah.
clearly makes this the scariest PSA of all time.
I know this
Every
PSA is very
YouTuber
popular
has
as
their own
well.
opinions as to what they think is the scariest PSA of all time, but in my opinion, I think the scariest PSA of all time is Faces.
Yeah. To be honest, I actually
That's
find
all
Monk
for
in the
this
Back
video,
scarier, but
guys.
that's because
I
I've
hope you
seen
guys did enjoy
I've
this
seen the other
video,
one more.
seeing my
Oh, is that it?
takes on PSAs. Happy Halloween.
Alright, we're gonna
to
stop right there
everybody.
because I think the rest of it's just outro. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it, and yeah. I know I didn't say much just because I was trying to hear what he was saying because there was a lot of talking. So yeah, this PSA was actually very good, honestly, well done putting this together, but oh, what the fucking hell with the friggin' monkey on the back's PSA. I cannot look at that, honestly, it's fucking terrifying. The sharp looking teeth and the black eyes, oh, I cannot. And the friggin' noise he makes when he, I don't know, when he growls or hisses, whatever the frig it is he does, I cannot look at that shit, I cannot. It scares the shit out of me, and I do think it's scarier than Faces. Well, I mean, I've seen Faces loads of times, so I definitely think if I saw Faces for the first time, I think I probably would have thought that Faces was scarier than Monkey on the Back. I know a lot of people found Faces one of the scariest PSAs ever, and that's fine. But personally, that Monkey on the Back's one, oh my god, I just can't look at the freaking face he makes, and I don't want anyone freaking screenshotting that around me in fucking Discord servers and shit. It's terrifying. I just can't look at it. Ugh. But overall, this was a great video. Honestly, there's a lot of PSAs in here. I remember looking at, like the Smokey the Bear one, the Snake Man one, the NSPCC one. Forget the actual title, and how much is that Doggy? Yeah, all of them I remember. There are some in here I haven't seen before, like the Monsters one, the TV Man will rape you one. Obviously, I've not seen those before, so it was interesting to see them for the first time. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Play, subscribe, peace out, and think for yourselves.